Good morning, Jeff Kelly with River Valley Hydroseed and Landscaping. We're going to introduce 4 new things to our company this year, and I'm excited to bring them out. 4 things that we're going to add to our company is verticutting, which we'll explain later on in this video what it is and its benefits. We're going to introduce leaf mulching in the fall after all the leaves fall. One of the other things that we are doing this year, we're selling rubber mulch. This mulch is superior. This doesn't float away like your wood products do. It's more durable. You don't have to change it every year or every 6 months when it starts fading out. This stuff has a 12-year paint on it. So it's a very superior product, and I think you'll really like it. And the final thing that we're going to add to our company this year is overseeding. So watch the rest of this video and you'll find out a little bit about verticutting and its benefits. It's spectacular for lawns who have stolons that runs across the surface of the ground. Things like Bermuda, Centipede, St. Augustine, and Zoysia. Those things that are matted down, if you look down and you pull the grass back and you see it all matted down with brown stuff, that stuff needs to be cut. It needs to be verticut. Not dethatched, verticut. The difference between the two is verticut actually cuts through down to the soil level, where thatching or dethatching pulls it up. It pulls those giant runners up, and that just pulls out the roots that you've already got established. Verticutting, what it does is basically a pruning, which allows that grass to grow more thick, more vibrant, stronger root system, and it's going to be a beautiful yard. The first thing I want to go over is, what is verticutting? Verticutting is where your grass that's been established for a long time, it's runners, things like St. Augustine, Centipede, Bermuda, Zoysia, things like that have really long runners. After a short period of time, even depending on how well it adapts to your environment, you can have some really thick grown up areas of stuff that's keeping all your nutrients from getting into the ground. That's where verticutting comes in handy. Verticutting will also pull up all the dead stuff that's no longer usable. Your root system will become a lot stronger. In addition to that, it allows water to get into the ground surface a little bit better, to the root structure, so it becomes stronger. It allows your nutrients or your fertilizers to get down into there, or compost, or whatever it is that you put on it. Not only that, it inhibits pests. How many of you have ants that get into your yard and now all of a sudden your kids are out playing in it and it eats them up? This will help that. It doesn't give them a place to hide. So let me get down here close on some areas. And a word of warning here real quick is that this was a new yard last year, so I'm not going to really have the problem that a lot of you do, but you'll be able to get the point once we go through this. Okay, I've already mowed this yard down to about 1.5 inches, so everything's already been pulverized pretty good. But on really established yards, you will run across stuff like this that basically is just kind of dead material. See, what verticutting does, it comes in and slices all this stuff about 1.5 inches, 2 inches apart, and it allows new growth for all these runners. Now, you never want to verticut when your grass is not going. The only reason we're going to verticut this today is because I'm going to seed it as well. I'm going to do an overseed right after I verticut it. And the machine that I bought does both of those. So that's why you're seeing me do both. If we're going to verticut only, do not verticut until your grass is actively growing, green, ready to go, but we're overseeding today. So we're going to do a verticut and we're going to do an overseed. This is what the verticutter blades look like. They run vertically instead of horizontally. Most of your mower blades, they sling, they go horizontally. These cut into the ground. They cut into it vertically. And so that's what makes the slices. That's what gives the clean cut through the stolons. Okay, under the circumstances we talked about earlier, there's a difference between dethatching and verticutting. If you'll see all these lines, like I said, they're about 1.5 inches apart. Look at all the dead stuff that has been pulled up. Again, my bagger won't be here for another 3 weeks, I guess. But what that does, it cuts these. See, that's Bermuda right there. So I do actually have a little bit of green growth coming in. But what it does, it allows these stolons room to spread. It's kind of like pruning, you know, your plants around your house. What it does, it allows it to grow out further. See, this is a stolon that runs across the yard. It's been cut right there. It really provides for a super healthy yard. So now I'm going to overseed. We're 6 days in, and the verticutting and overseeding is really starting to grow. 6 days, and it's about 2 inches tall right now.